He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel, Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others, and they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like, when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So Utah's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Back to throw, it's Dampier. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He'll go to the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job on the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play.
Touchdown, Utah! A great catch and run for 6. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hall. Firing to the right, complete. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Gonna look downfield again. They've got the screen set up. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Davis. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. He's come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Pocket breaking down. The Utes will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he makes the grab along the sidelines, but a little too close to the sidelines. He's out of bounds. It's incomplete, and it's 4th down. The kick is on its way. Here's the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Utah has a back on the offense coming onto the field. Give to the running back. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Caught in the backfield, it's Simmons. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Utes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. To throw, it's Dampier. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. They kick it away on fourth down. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the running back. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Right back to the well. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Back to throw, it's Hall. It's complete to the left. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pulls it in. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And he burrows his way into the end zone. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, train the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Oregon State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks awful. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 14 to Cal. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davis. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'll tell you,
He smashes his way through again. He has 60 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. He'll take the deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Utes will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's King. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. At the 40, there he goes. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Gives it on the option. Spins away from the defender. Snowed under by the defense. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Here's the handoff. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. Spins away from the defense. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. To the air, it's Dampier. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. And the Utes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Finds his tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. It'll be a draw. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Kane. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Catch in the middle, it's Chambers. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Hall. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man quickly. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. He'll start this drive firing. Caught in the backfield. It's Parker. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Oh, better look out! They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Utes send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll run the RPO,
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. Fires to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Unloads to the wideout. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Davis. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Utes are moving quickly down the field. That's caught. It's Davis. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. He'll do it himself. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Quarterback on the keeper. Plows through the defense. And he's wrestled to the ground. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hall. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Bentley. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Utes will punt this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. That's caught. It's Chambers. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Back to pass. It's Hall. Fires to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. You say, why not throw it beyond the sticks? Sometimes you just need to give the punt team some space. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Got his man on the right. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. The field goal is no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. After missing that 46-yard field goal attempt, they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 29. Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the 1st down. He's got 93 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Looking to throw, it's Hall. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. The give to the back. Gets it past the marker. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the 1st down at the 30. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And his throw is incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking for space, it's Parker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. That's reeled in, it's Davis. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Bentley. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To the air on second down. Here's the pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Just inside the red zone. First and 10 from the 19. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Utes will try to punch it in on first and goal. Looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bentley. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Back to pass on second down. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin City limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. This could well be the biggest game we see all regular season, and this outcome promises to be a real talking point.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game. Turning it on! They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first and 10. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Looking to throw, it's Hall. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. And here comes the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They march to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. To the air, it's Hall. They're setting up the screen. At midfield, he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the incompletion is an open invitation to the special teams unit to come onto the field. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Running into the open space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
2nd down coming up. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Utes line up to punt it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but...
Oh, he's got some space. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? They'll snap it on down from the 35.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Looking for a man. It's Hall. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Short throw to the sideline. Picks up just a little. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Runs through the tackle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. They'll run the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Trying to do it on the ground. Stop short of the marker. And they stop with this defense, and they get the ball back. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.